Hello and welcome to Normal to Formal Podcast, episode number 13. I'm your host, Tia Young. I'm the founder of Tia Young Image and Etiquette. I help my clients learn the soft skills for success through professional development and etiquette training. This podcast is for people that want to increase their social skills and earning potential and grow from normal to formal. And these skills will help you get ahead of your competition. The topic for today's podcast is cruise ship and yacht etiquette. And this can be found in chapter 6 of my book entitled How to Navigate Premium Experiences with Confidence, Your Guide to Social Success. It's on Amazon for the price of only $15.99. Like private jet travel, vacationing or celebrating a special occasion on the high seas in a cruise ship or even a yacht is becoming a possibility for everyday people. I must confess my bias. As a resident living in a beach, boat, and water-rich area in the Tampa Bay area, and after owning more than 10 different boats, my husband loves boats and is a boat captain, I can say with confidence I am partial to special occasions hosted on the tranquil sea. Taking a cruise with your family or friends is a great way to visit different destinations, eat all the food that your heart desires, and enjoy entertainment around the clock. My husband and I, Victor, have enjoyed short 3-day cruises, but I prefer boating or yachting a little more because of the privacy. I'm not alone either. In 2017, a staggering 25.3 million people set sail on cruise ships, reports the Florida Caribbean Cruise Association. Moreover, charter and yacht rentals exceeded 400 million. The open sea is big business, but it can quickly become rough waters if the rules of etiquette are not followed. Here are some great etiquette tips to help you make sure your next boat trip is smooth sailing. Cruise ship etiquette. Cruise ships are enormous, beautiful luxury liners that are almost small cities. Packed with activities, those on cruise ships will be treated to beautiful days on the deck and music-filled nights of shows and dancing, and of course, lots of food. Time is everything. Unlike private jet travel, you must strictly adhere to the time limitations when taking a cruise. The boat will not wait and will lift the anchor and continue on its course unaware you have not returned. To prevent getting left behind, the following will help. Tips for staying on time. Get a clear departure time before you leave. Don't wander too far away from the ship. Make sure your phone and watch are synchronized with the ship's clock. Don't drink too much. And have a plan that has you returning in time before the boat leaves. Safety first. Though traveling by sea is exciting, it does have a glaring problem that travelers must be aware of. Every year, the news is filled with stories of people whom have fallen overboard, been hit by a boat, or have drowned because they were not wearing a life vest. That doesn't have to be you. With a few precautions, you can be safe on the high seas. Growing up, I loved to go swimming. It's one of the things I love most from probably age 7 up till through high school. So every summer, I would take swimming lessons and progress from one level to the next, and then eventually enjoyed diving off the highest board possible and doing a flip on the way down. I don't dare try that now, but that was something that I really enjoyed doing, especially in sports camps. There's one that was held at the University of South Florida, and I would win first place at the award ceremony for doing the best in my swimming category age. Safety on board. Be careful around strangers. Most cruise passengers are good, upstanding people, but you do not want to come in contact with the one who is not. Stay in public areas when dealing with new ship friends. When at port, Do not wander too far away from the ship and other passengers. Map out your stops in advance and speak with ship personnel about the safe places to visit. Do not drink too much or eat unfamiliar cuisine. Several safety advisories have been published warning travelers about tainted alcohol as well. Notify those with whom you're traveling about your whereabouts at all times. Avoid dark and restricted areas of the boat and when in port. And keep a close eye on your children. There are several cruise ships these days that welcome children, like, of course, the Disney Cruise Lines. But there's some also cruise ships that are mainly for couples, more of a romantic getaway. So make sure you book on the right type cruise. Deck chair etiquette. Laying out to soak up the sun, catch a few games of squash, or take a dip in the pool with the perfect temperature all have something in common: deck chairs. With thousands of strangers sharing the same space, deck chairs are a hot commodity. Here are a few ways you can avoid being asked to move by a member of the staff. Don't put items on others' chairs to save for your 20 other family members. Don't sit in the deck chair all day. Others would like to use them. And do remove all your personal items when you're done. Attire. The dress code for cruise ships is usually poolside ready, but when dinner is served, shorts are strictly forbidden in formal dining areas. Actually, a few years ago, I had the opportunity to teach family etiquette to a family of 4 that was planning on taking a cruise and having dinner with the captain. So they wanted to make sure they were on their best behavior and knew exactly how to use the utensils properly. Keep others in mind when choosing your wardrobe. You're not on a private island, so see-through clothing can be offensive to families. Jeans and other more casual clothes are allowed. Just do your research when booking your trip regarding the more formal areas. The one great thing about cruises is it can be a family affair, but there are some things that are adult only. Make arrangements early for your children's safe care in your absence. These few additional rules can also help keep the fun flowing and show consideration for other travelers. Be noise considerate. Early mornings and late night may be a valuable sleep time for guests, so revelers singing off key can be quite annoying. Be mindful when you enter the area where guests sleep. If you're feeling unwell, stay in your room. You don't want to be responsible for getting the entire boat quarantined. The tip is already included, so don't worry about pulling out your change purse. Be on time for dinner. It holds up other passengers. Now that you know the rules, it's time to schedule your first or next cruise. Now I want to focus on yacht etiquette. Cruise ships provide a fun, albeit crowded sea travel experience, but no worries. Taking a private yacht offers a private boating excursion that includes your very own staff and toys like speedboats and rafts to keep you occupied. If you're looking for exclusion, a private island tour is the perfect intimate getaway. Since yachts are priced from $1 to $275 million, most people prefer to rent a yacht at the local marina or have a friend invite them to have a yacht experience. If you plan on renting, most yacht charter companies require 1-week rental, and those costs differ depending on the company. When determining costs, the Worldwide Boat Association points to the type of yacht and how long you want to rent the yacht as some of the determining factors. My husband and I have been blessed to have a business partner named Larry that has a yacht that we're able to use at time, and he also provides the boat captain to secure safe travel for the day tour that we take. Although my husband is a private boat captain also and a private pilot, we want to enjoy ourselves together and with some friends and family, so he doesn't have to worry about being the captain on the yacht. Yacht costs. The average cost for a 1-week rental for smaller sailing yachts or a catamaran is from $10,000 to $100,000 per week. A super luxury yacht begins at $150,000 per week, approximately. Now, of course, these prices will vary depending on where you are. So for the cost of a week-long international trip, your family and friends can join you on a smaller yacht and take the best selfies ever. Check with your charter agent about additional fees like meals, beverages, taxes, and dockage before the trip. The following will help you make your yacht trip magazine cover worthy. Communicate with the captain. The captain and staff are there to help you and your guests have a beautiful and safe trip, so communicate with them. Communicate any changes to your itinerary with the captain. If you want to bring newfound friends aboard, discuss it with the captain first. Inform the head steward about all special requests. Don't discuss issue with the deckhand or second steward as they do not have the authority to make decisions. Yachts are us. There are toys that can keep passengers entertained for hours aboard yachts. When anchored, most yacht crews will launch the toys like jet skis, rafts, etc. for you and your guests to enjoy. Here are some ways to avoid water accidents. If you are unfamiliar with any of the water equipment, get a thorough orientation from the yacht crew. Note, some areas require strict regulations for operating water toys. Speak with the captain to be clear. If there is a particular toy you'd like to enjoy, inform the charter agent. Follow the crew's instructions explicitly when operating the water toys and observe all safety rules. Wear a life vest when in the water. Do not horseplay or speed while you're on the water. Be mindful of your surroundings and other boaters. A couple of the boats that my husband owned were speed boats. And although it was very fun for him, it was a little scary for me. And then I was also afraid that we were going to hit a cute little dolphin or other sea creatures as we sped through the water. So that was one of the ones I didn't like as much as I do the ones that you can sit on inside and enjoy. And almost like a little cabin with a little bedroom, bathroom, kitchen on board. So that's the kind I enjoy most, where I can relax, fish off of it, and have a great time. Off-limit spaces. For most people, spending $10,000 or more for a 1-week trip is quite an investment. So the thought of any place on a yacht being off limits may seem restrictive. However, there are places guests must steer clear of. The galley is the kitchen area of the yacht, and guests are allowed by invitation only. Some yacht chefs enjoy the company of guests and won't mind giving you a brief tour, but ask permission before you just burst in. The rest of the crew and guests do not share common sleeping or leisure space as the staff. Employees usually have a different entrance than guests. However, passengers will see staff throughout their trip as they clean and meet guests' needs. Be gracious and thank the staff for making your trip great. Going ashore. If you plan on leaving the yacht while it's anchored to sightsee or shop, inform the chef if you plan on eating ashore. While you're gone, the staff will tidy up and prepare your cocktails. If you bring a souvenir like sand or rocks, be sure to inform the staff so they can clean it. This avoids tracking sand throughout the yacht. Showing your gratitude. After a week of sun and the fun, it is customary to leave the crew 10 to 20% of the charter fee. Leave it with the captain, who will split it equally between the crew. If there was a crew member who made your cruise especially memorable, inform the captain. Last, most yacht charters have a very strict no shoes policy. They provide a basket to place your street shoes into. This avoids scuffs and damage to the exotic carpets and wood